The most significant XRP Ripple video ever is this one. Although the Ripple v SEC trial has been put on hold, it is still ongoing. What if I told you that Ripple's triumph is confirmed by leaked information? Doesn't it sound crazy? It's true, though. Get ready. The news has experts in a frenzy. The XRP Ripple coin is predicted to hit $60,000. Quite awesome, isn't it? Watch this video through to the end. Let's get right to the point without further ado. Disclaimer. The legal struggle between Ripple and the SEC is finally coming to a close after almost 4 years of back and forth. Crypto analyst Armando Pantoja claims that Ripple has agreed to the SEC settlement offer, and the matter will formally conclude on May 19th. For XRP holders and the larger cryptocurrency community, this is a significant turning point. Many have been eagerly awaiting this day since the case was initially filed in 2020. Social media was rocked by the announcement, eliciting responses that range from cautious optimism to jubilant delight. Gilmore Estates shared a post. The tale is far from straightforward, despite the headlines screaming success. The case's judge, Annalisa Torres, recently turned down the SEC's request for, and this verdict strengthened Ripple's position in the legal battle by essentially rejecting the SEC's attempt to change the court's earlier rulings. John Deaton, a crypto lawyer and ardent supporter of XRP investors, clarified that in order for a fresh ruling to proceed, the SEC would have to admit its errors and rescind earlier arguments, something the agency has been hesitant to do thus far. This would necessitate the SEC acknowledging that XRP and potentially other digital assets act more like commodities than securities, Deaton stressed. Another reputable legal expert, Fred Rispoli, noted that the SEC needs to make significant legal arguments and even formal pronouncements acknowledging that the crypto business has been left without clear guidance if it is to have any chance of reviewing the decision. That's a difficult task, and it shows how important this issue has become for U.S. crypto policy going forward. Not all SEC employees support the proposed settlement, despite this possible breakthrough. Recently, the SEC and Ripple jointly submitted a letter to the court suggesting that the long-standing injunction against Ripple be lifted. In addition, they suggested giving Ripple back $75 million of the $125 million in civil penalties. However, SEC Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw wrote a harsh dissent, calling the settlement a huge disservice to the investing public and warning that it could weaken the court's power. Her remark underlines the lack of agreement on future regulations for cryptocurrency and reveals growing internal conflict within the Commission. It will send a strong message if the court accepts the deal on May 19th. Crypto should not be enforced by ambiguity, but by clarity. Ripple's tenacity has the potential to change how digital assets are governed in the U.S., and the SEC's combative strategy is no longer viable. This is a significant milestone for holders of XRP, not just a legal victory. They might finally receive the understanding and acknowledgement they've been seeking after years of uncertainty. John Deaton frequently warns the public that if the law doesn't change to keep up with innovation, it will fall behind. Ladies and gentlemen, it only gets more fascinating. Because cryptocurrency analysts have begun making forecasts that have the potential to rock the market just when you thought the Ripple vs. SEC drama was coming to an end. We're discussing audacious predictions, price spikes, and a possible change in the dominance of cryptocurrencies worldwide. You're not prepared for what's about to happen, I assure you. Twitter is already getting hot for cryptocurrency. No one or nothing will deter me from selling my XRP, the XRP Dragon tweeted. To be honest, it's simple to understand why. The bullish trend is increasing now that Ripple has secured a favorable settlement and the legal haze is gradually dissipating. XRP is going to blow up, as Steph said it so well. However, it was this astounding tweet from Crypto Geek that truly got people talking. It's not a typo. One thing is certain, even if many have questioned whether that number is realistic. XRP sentiment is currently at an all-time high. Let's examine one of the most thorough forecasts that is now causing a stir. According to Javon Marks's technical research, XRP is poised to imitate a historical fractal that has produced enormous profits in the past. Marks claims that XRP has finished a multi-year pennant breakout, a bullish pattern that came before the cryptocurrency's storied 2017 bull run. The breakout at the time caused prices to jump from less than a cent to more than $3 in only a few weeks. Marx is witnessing the same type of setup this time. Recently, XRP brushed the Fibonacci level after breaking through its long-term barrier and into the $2 range. Fascinatingly, XRP appears to be retracing in a stable, healthy range, similar to what it did prior to its 2017 explosion. Marx argues that this is just the beginning. According to his analysis, the 1.6 Fibonacci extension, or roughly 9.6, is the next crucial goal. Although that is already a remarkable rise, XRP might push all the way to a price of about $123 if it continues on its previous trajectory. Take a moment to process that. $123 for each XRP. That represents more than a 50x increase from current levels. Let's speak about numbers now. Based on the approximately 58.5 billion tokens that are now in circulation, XRP's market value would surpass $7.2 trillion if it were to hit $123. That would put XRP right at the top of the global financial food chain and make it more valuable than both Bitcoin and Ethereum put together. Crazy? Perhaps, but not necessarily, particularly if Ripple's technology keeps gaining popularity in institutional finance, cross-border payments, and CBDC infrastructure. Although not everyone agrees, Ripple has been quietly laying the foundation for the world's transition to digital settlements. The $123 forecast, according to critics, is unrealistic. Some claim that because of the changes in the macroeconomic climate, the regulatory environment, and adoption indicators, the 2017 fractal is no longer relevant today. We can't expect history to repeat itself perfectly, and that's fair. However, the law must change with innovation, or else it would fall behind, as analyst John Deaton once stated. Predicting prices follows the same reasoning. While dismissing ambitious aims may seem secure, cryptocurrency has the ability to quickly disprove critics. Let's now discuss something even more significant, something that transcends forecasting prices. Because of its revolutionary technology, Ripple is not only winning legal battles, but also subtly taking over the entire planet. Another strong bullish indicator that you simply cannot ignore is this one. XRP will no longer only be a cryptocurrency asset as we approach a new era. It will be ingrained in the global financial system. Take note of what I say. Whether they are aware of it or not, everyone on the earth may be utilizing XRP in their daily life sooner rather than later. A vital component of the puzzle that is frequently missed is lost in the fervor surrounding XRP's price forecasts and technical configurations. Why aren't banks embracing XRP more quickly? After all, compared to conventional cross-border payment methods, Ripple's technology has proven to be quicker and less expensive. What, therefore, is preventing them? All Things XRP, a well-known cryptocurrency analyst, recently sent out a tweet that caused quite a stir in the community, brazenly asserting that banks are purposefully delaying the adoption of XRP. The tweet claims that it's a deliberate pause rather than uncertainty or hesitancy. Before making a big investment, banks seek to figure out how to make the most money. It's game on once their revenue models are locked in, the tweet said. This may seem like simply another theory at first. However, as the discussion progressed, locals pointed to a reality that was far more nuanced, one in which technological and legal difficulties are major factors. Michael, a perceptive participant in the conversation,